In the vast silence between stars, where darkness whispers secrets too ancient to comprehend, a paradox stirs, a universe that breathes in contradictions, where light dances on the edge of oblivion. Here, worlds drift in atmospheres woven from hydrogen, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and sulfuric mists, each one a delicate cipher of possibility. Imagine a canvas painted with the colors of the impossible, where survival hinges on the faintest flicker of life, resilient as the whisper of a microbe clinging to the edge of existence. Within this cosmic theater, Sara Seager's pioneering experiments peel back the veils of obscurity, revealing atmospheres that challenge our understanding of habitability. The James Webb Telescope's silent gaze probes these alien skies, seeking echoes of life in the unlikeliest places. As we listen to the universe's quiet lullaby, we ponder, could life thrive in worlds forged from the very substances that threaten to consume them? And yet, in this grand ballet of matter and light, the greatest mystery remains. What secrets lie hidden behind this cosmic veil, waiting for us to uncover? In the vast, silent theater of the cosmos, where light travels across unfathomable distances to reach us, a universe of paradoxes unfolds, an intricate tapestry woven from gases, dust, and shimmering mysteries. Imagine a realm where worlds drift in atmospheres thick with hydrogen, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and clouds of sulfuric haze, environments so delicate and volatile that they seem suspended in a fragile balance, like a soap bubble caught in the breath of the universe itself. These planetary atmospheres resemble surreal paintings, swirling with colors and textures that challenge our understanding of stability and life. It is as if the cosmos has painted these worlds with the most volatile pigments, creating landscapes where survival depends on the tiniest sparks of resilience amid relentless elements. Within this grand tableau, pioneering scientists like Sara Seager stand as explorers of the impossible, wielding experiments that push the boundaries of our knowledge. Her work is akin to deciphering the language of a universe that speaks in whispers of gases and particles, an effort to understand whether life can thrive amidst the chaos, whether the fundamental ingredients for existence can assemble in worlds seemingly hostile to life. Meanwhile, the James Webb Space Telescope, orbiting beyond our atmosphere, acts as a celestial eye, peering into these alien skies with unprecedented clarity. It scans the swirling clouds and shimmering gases, seeking faint signatures of biological activity or chemical processes that hint at a deeper story, one written in the faint glow of distant planets. These scientific endeavors are more than mere observations. They are a quest to grasp our place in an immense, often incomprehensible universe. Each discovery, each spectral line analyzed, is like opening a door to a universe where life might flourish in the most unlikely of conditions, where microscopic organisms could survive in environments coated with sulfuric acid or bathed in the toxic fumes of carbon monoxide. It's a journey that echoes the awe we feel when gazing at the night sky, when contemplating that somewhere out there, amidst the swirling gases and shimmering stars, life might find a way, resilient, persistent, and fundamentally intertwined with the very elements that threaten it. This exploration also stirs profound ethical questions. As we learn more about these worlds, some so alien yet so chemically familiar, what is our responsibility? Are we merely observers, or do we hold a duty to understand and protect these distant environments? Could our curiosity lead to interference, or will it serve as a bridge to greater respect for the delicate balance that sustains life in the universe? And so, we stand at the threshold of discovery, gazing into the cosmic abyss where atmospheres dance with danger and possibility alike. What truths might be hidden within this infinite architecture, underneath layers of gas and haze, beyond the reach of our most advanced instruments? As we continue to unravel the secrets of these alien worlds, the universe whispers its eternal question. In this vast, complex cosmos, where might life truly exist? And what role do we play in this grand, unfolding story? As we drift quietly among the stars, we are reminded that even in the most fragile atmospheres, where gases swirl like painted dreams, life's resilience persists. Sara Seager's pioneering experiments, paired with the watchful gaze of the James Webb Telescope, invite us to imagine worlds where survival seems impossible, yet hope endures. These cosmic landscapes, painted in hues of hydrogen, carbon compounds, and sulfuric whispers, beckon us to question, where does life truly find a home? As we explore these distant realms, we feel the delicate balance between curiosity and responsibility, a shared journey into the unknown. If this voyage stirred a quiet wonder within your soul, perhaps you'll leave your voice in the comments and help us carry this story forward. Let's return, together, to where it all began, to the wonder that connects us to the universe and to each other. Because in these silent stars, we find echoes of ourselves, waiting to be discovered. In the primordial stillness before the dawn of everything we now know, there was only an infinite humming silence, a vast, uncharted darkness that stretched beyond the reach of time itself. It was a silence pregnant with potential, an ancient void where chaos reigned as the only constant. Imagine that moment as the whisper before the first flame is struck, a quiet lull before the universe's grand symphony begins to unfold. From this chaos, stars were born, not with gentle awakening, but with violent bursts, massive explosions of fiery breath that tore through the fabric of the void like celestial earthquakes. These were the stellar deaths, the cataclysmic finales of ancient suns, where immense pressure and heat forged new elements in their dying light. Iron, sulfur, carbon, raw materials born from the furnace of supernovae, were cast into the cosmic dust, scattered across the emptiness like sparkles from a dying star's final breath. Think of these explosions as cosmic fireworks igniting the darkness, each detonation a birth cry echoing through the ages. Dust swirled and coalesced, gathering in the cold embrace of space, forming the building blocks of future worlds. These remnants of stellar demise, tiny shards of a universe in transition, began to dance in gravitational embrace, swirling into swirling clouds of gas and dust, the silent architects of planets yet to come. Within this tumultuous forge, chaos gave way, slowly, to structure. What was once a swirling tempest of gases, hydrogen, carbon, sulfur, and other elements, began to settle, to organize, to form the delicate atmospheres of nascent worlds. Like a master painter layering strokes of color on a blank canvas, nature painted the first tentative atmospheres, fragile veils of gases that shrouded newborn planets. These atmospheres, delicate and volatile, held the secrets of their origins, whispering stories of cosmic violence and rebirth. And so, amid the silent dust and fiery remnants, life's potential was seeded, hidden within the volatile atmospheres of worlds that seemed impossible, inhospitable. In environments thick with sulfuric fumes or laced with the simplest molecules of hydrogen and carbon, microbes, those tiny survivors, began their quiet vigil. They thrived where no life was expected, whispering that even in chaos, persistence finds a way. Now, as we gaze across the abyss with instruments like the James Webb Telescope, peering into these distant atmospheres, some rich in CO2, others cloaked in sulfuric acid, We are invited to ponder this ancient story, the universe's first breath, its violent birth, its slow, deliberate order rising from chaos. We stand at the edge of discovery, curious and reverent, questioning what remains buried in that ancient silence. What secrets are held in the dust of dead stars, in the whisper of primordial gases, waiting for us to listen, to understand. Beneath these records, something is still alive. A whisper from the depths of time, captured not in words, but in the silent language of light and particles. Imagine a cosmic diary, each entry written across the fabric of the universe. Fossilized moments of creation, encrypted in the glow of distant stars and the faint emissions of particles that drift through space. These invisible signatures serve as a time capsule, telling stories of cosmic alchemy and resilience, revealing secrets that span billions of years. Take, for instance, the MEV emissions we detect from far-off galaxies. They are more than mere flashes. They are echoes of nucleosynthesis, the universe's grand recipe for creating elements. When massive stars end their lives in violent supernovae, they forge new elements in their fiery cores, casting them into the void. The gamma rays of MEV energies are like cosmic fingerprints, marking where these elements were born. They whisper of a universe constantly rewriting itself, where matter is born anew in the crucible of stellar death, and from destruction, life's building blocks emerge. These signals are like radioactive postcards from the past, revealing the processes that shape the universe's chemical landscape. They remind us that what is invisible, these energetic particles, are the threads connecting us to the very origins of everything we see today. It's as if the universe has kept a diary, with each page inscribed in gamma-ray light, waiting for us to decipher its secrets. In the quiet corridors of the James Webb Telescope, we peer into atmospheres thick with hydrogen, carbon dioxide, sulfuric acids, alien worlds cloaked in mystery. These gases, seemingly simple, carry stories of violent beginnings and delicate balances. They are like ancient manuscripts, their compositions hinting at processes far beyond immediate comprehension. The sulfuric clouds swirling around distant planets are akin to the fossilized impressions of cosmic storms, holding within them the history of planetary evolution and the potential for life's persistence against all odds. Beneath these gaseous layers, microbial life might still be lurking, resilient spores of existence that survived the chaos of their birth. These microorganisms are the universe's silent archivists, enduring in environments that defy life's typical definitions. They are the living proof that even in the most inhospitable conditions, the story of survival continues, written in the resilience of tiny beings that refuse to fade into darkness. Science, in this poetic voyage, becomes a way of listening to the universe's diary, reading its hidden chapters through light, particles, and data. Each discovery is a page turned, each faint signal a heartbeat from a distant past. It reminds us that the universe's history is not just a story of stars and gases, but a living record of transformation, persistence, and the unyielding quest for understanding. And so we continue, explorers of the cosmic diary, decoding the silent language of the universe, knowing that beneath these records, something is still alive, forever whispering the story of creation, destruction, and rebirth. Beneath the surface of distant worlds, a hidden universe stirs. Invisible to the naked eye, these environments are shaped by forces so extreme, so alien, that they challenge our very understanding of life itself. Imagine the vast atmospheres of planets shrouded in hydrogen, carbon monoxide, or sulfuric acid, gases that shimmer with the secrets of violent origins. These are landscapes of chaos, where the familiar rules break down, and even the tiniest microbe must evolve into a marvel of resilience just to survive. In the depths of space, the unseen becomes tangible only through the lens of revolutionary science. Sara Seager's groundbreaking experiments probe these mysterious worlds, revealing atmospheres thick with deadly gases and unstable chemical reactions. There, where the air burns with corrosive acids or suffocates with dense CO2, life dares to exist, if only in forms we have yet to conceive. These are environments that could crush us, yet microorganisms, tiny explorers, persist in pockets of refuge, clinging to life in the most inhospitable niches. Their silent resilience whispers of a universe that is more hospitable than it seems, hiding beneath layers of gas and rock. Meanwhile, the James Webb Space Telescope peers into these cosmic mysteries, capturing signals too faint for human eyes. It uncovers spectral signatures, faint emissions of MeV particles, telling stories of nucleosynthesis, of elements forged in stellar cataclysms. These signals thread through the fabric of space, hinting at atmospheres teeming with potential, yet treacherous and volatile. One such unseen structure commands attention: the Magnetar, a neutron star with an intense magnetic field, so powerful that it warps space and distorts reality. Its invisible grip on surrounding particles creates radiation storms and energetic fields that would obliterate any known form of life. Yet within this chaos, the question persists: could some microbe, some adaptation, survive even here? But what kind of life waits inside this silence? Is it merely microbial, or something beyond our current comprehension? Are these worlds barren, or are they teeming with unseen ecosystems, thriving beneath layers of toxic gases and extreme radiation? As we probe deeper, the contrast grows. Scale shrinks from colossal stellar explosions to microscopic life forms, from the violent upheavals of planetary atmospheres to the delicate structures of ancient microbes. We are racing to understand how life can endure in environments that seem utterly hostile, where the pressure, heat, and radiation threaten to obliterate any chance of survival. This journey into the unknown is more than scientific. It is ethical. As we discover worlds that mirror the chaos of creation itself, we confront our place in the universe. Are we mere visitors, or part of a vast, interconnected web of resilience? The unseen terrains, those underground cryptic worlds, microscopic fortresses, and metaphysical battlegrounds, beckon us to ask, what does it truly mean to live in the impossible? With every new discovery, the tension mounts. We stand on the brink of understanding the limits of life, peering into the abyss of the unknown, searching for signs that life, in some form, persists against all odds. The universe whispers its secrets, waiting for us to decipher the language of the unseen, revealing that even in the silence of the most hostile worlds, life's resilience is written in the smallest, most invisible details. If life finds a way there, what are we capable of surviving? This question echoes softly through the vast corridors of the universe, where every atom, every whisper of radiation, tells a story of resilience. It reminds us that life's persistence isn't solely written in the grand scales of galaxies and supernovae, but also in the tiny, almost imperceptible moments of survival that unfold in the harshest environments imaginable. In the silent depths of distant worlds, microorganisms cling to existence beneath layers of toxic gases and relentless radiation. These tiny beings, some no larger than a speck of dust, are masters of endurance. They survive in atmospheres thick with sulfuric acid or dense with carbon dioxide, environments that would dissolve or devastate anything familiar to us. Their persistence is a quiet testament to nature's ingenuity. an unyielding spark that refuses to be extinguished even in the face of cosmic fury. Like tiny sentinels of resilience, they adapt, evolve, and persist. Their stories written in the chemical signatures captured by telescopes and sensors, whispering that life's potential is not limited by the bounds we once thought inviolate. On a larger scale, planets orbiting near volatile stars or within extreme atmospheres showcase a different kind of persistence, one that mirrors human endurance in its silent strength. These worlds, cloaked in thick shrouds of gases like CO and sulfuric acid, challenge our understanding of habitability. Yet, they reveal that even in the most hostile conditions, complex processes unfold. Atmospheres that seem uninhabitable at first glance are, in reality, laboratories of resilience, where chemical reactions forge opportunities for life to cling on, adapt, and perhaps thrive. It's as if nature, in its infinite patience, plants seeds of possibility in the cracks of cosmic chaos, waiting for the right conditions to sprout. Humans, too, are stories of perseverance. Our history is a tapestry, woven with moments of despair turned into hope, of barriers broken through ingenuity and courage. When faced with extreme environments, be it the icy poles, unforgiving deserts, or the depths of the ocean, we have adapted, pushed boundaries, and discovered new ways to survive. Like the microorganisms that endure beneath alien skies, we find strength in resilience, in the unyielding belief that survival is possible even when the odds seem insurmountable. Our perseverance is a quiet act of defiance, a reminder that, like the tiniest microbes, we are capable of withstanding the storms, be they literal or metaphorical, that threaten to erode us. The tools of discovery, like the James Webb Space Telescope and the experiments led by scientists such as Sara Seager, serve as our eyes into these hidden worlds. They reveal atmospheres thick with gases that could both threaten and nurture life. They uncover spectral signatures whispering secrets of chemical processes that mirror our own struggles for existence. These instruments remind us that the universe, in its vastness, is a mirror reflecting our own resilience, a testament to the enduring spirit that pushes us forward, even in the face of the unknown. And if life can persist amid the sulfuric acid clouds or in the shadowed depths of alien worlds, then what are we capable of surviving? Perhaps, like those microorganisms and resilient planets, we are more adaptable than we imagine. Our capacity for hope, innovation, and perseverance is a quiet, steady force, an unseen energy that sustains us through dark times. It is the gentle crescendo of our collective spirit, rising toward a future where understanding and compassion guide us in exploring the cosmos and our own potential. In the end, resilience is woven into the very fabric of existence. It is written in the smallest particles and the grandest galaxies, the silent, unwavering song of life, refusing to fade. As we look outward, searching for signs of life beyond our world, we find also a reflection of ourselves, a testament to our ability to endure, to adapt, and to hope. If life finds a way there, in the most impossible places, then surely we are capable of surviving anything that comes our way. Because resilience, like the universe itself, is an eternal dance, gentle, persistent, and endlessly hopeful. And yet, something is unraveling fast. The universe is whispering secrets we are only beginning to understand. Sara Seager's groundbreaking experiments reveal worlds where life seems impossible. Oceans of sulfuric acid, thick clouds of CO2, deadly hydrogen atmospheres. These are environments once deemed utterly inhospitable. But what if life finds a way? What if resilience defies our expectations? The James Webb Telescope captures signals, tiny clues, hinting at microorganisms surviving in the most extreme corners of space. We stand at a precipice. Our understanding is expanding, our curiosity ignited. This isn't just science, it's a mirror, a reflection of our own capacity to adapt, to endure, to hope. And as we peer into these alien worlds, ask yourself, what does this awakening mean for humanity? For our future? Comment your thoughts. Because the universe is not just out there, it's inside us. And the fight to understand it has only just begun. The universe shudders as celestial giants collapse. Supermassive stars imploding into black holes, their cores contracting with a violent, unstoppable force. Magnetars, the most magnetic entities in the cosmos, twist and fracture. Their magnetic fields snapping like cosmic rubber bands, unleashing bursts of gamma radiation that ripple through space and time. These cataclysmic events are not isolated anomalies. They mirror the fragile unraveling of our own planet, where the ice caps melt into endless oceans, releasing ancient methane trapped beneath centuries of frozen silence. The Earth's crust trembles, tectonic plates slipping into chaos, signaling that even the most resilient surface is succumbing to an irreversible decay. Meanwhile, on the cosmic stage, galaxies collide in a violent ballet, stars torn apart, gas clouds igniting into new but fleeting bursts of light. These stellar upheavals mirror the chaos brewing within our atmosphere, carbon dioxide levels spiraling beyond control, acidifying the oceans that sustain life, turning vibrant coral reefs into ghostly skeletons. The very air we breathe is becoming a toxic fog, thick with sulfuric acid clouds that obscure the sun, plunging Earth into a suffocating twilight. It's as if the planet itself is a dying star, its core overheating with unresolved trauma, unable to sustain the delicate balance that once nurtured life. And in that unraveling, new powers begin to stir. Microbial life, resilient as it is, fights to survive in the poisoned atmospheres of alien worlds, clinging to thin pockets of stability amid chaos. These microscopic survivors are like flickering embers in the darkness, tiny defiant sparks that refuse to be extinguished. Yet, their struggle is a mirror to ours. As ecosystems collapse and species vanish, humanity's own future hangs by a fragile thread, dangling over a precipice of its own making. The James Webb Telescope peers into these distant worlds, revealing spectral signatures of gases, methane, sulfur compounds, and other telltale signs of distress etched into the atmospheres of exoplanets. These signals are warnings, silent alarms echoing across light years. They show planets where life might have once thrived, now reduced to toxic wastelands. Their atmospheres a toxic soup of CO2 and sulfuric acid, reminiscent of Earth's own tragic descent. It's an unsettling mirror. Worlds once promising, now ruined, echoing the irreversible damage inflicted upon our own. The cosmic and earthly collapses are not disparate phenomena. They are interconnected threads in a single unraveling fabric. The implosion of a magnetar's magnetic field is like the collapse of our polar ice sheets. Both releases of immense energy, both signals of a system out of control. The destruction of galaxies echoes the disintegration of ecosystems. Both are signs that the forces of destruction have gained momentum, unstoppable and deafening. Each event is a visual metaphor of entropy, the universe's relentless march toward disorder, mirroring the chaos now consuming our planet. And as the universe's grand spectacle of destruction unfolds, we stand at the precipice. The accelerating collapse is deafening, a cacophony of warning sirens drowned out by human denial. Every melting glacier, every dying star, every toxic atmosphere is a stark, visceral reminder the clock is running out, that the very fabric of cosmic order and earthly stability is fraying beyond repair. The universe's grand symphony of creation and destruction now plays a dirge, an inevitable, unstoppable descent into chaos. Yet, amidst this cosmic and terrestrial ruin, a haunting truth persists. The power to alter this trajectory lies within us, but it is a fragile power, teetering on the edge of despair, demanding urgent action before the final curtain falls. The universe's collapse and our own are intertwined, each a mirror reflecting our hubris, our neglect, and our resilience. The question remains, will we recognize our role in this cosmic tragedy in time, or will we, too, succumb to the relentless entropy that governs all things? The answer is not yet written, but the signs are clear, undeniable. The universe screams in silence, warning us that the end is near. And in that silence, we must listen. Heed the warnings woven into the collapsing stars and melting ice caps. For only by facing the gravity of our own undoing can we hope to find a way to resist the inexorable tide of cosmic and earthly collapse. The clock is ticking. The universe's lament is loud and unyielding. The question remains, will we have the courage to change before everything slips into the abyss? As humanity gazes upward, reaching for the stars with the fervor of explorers and entrepreneurs alike, we must confront the complex web of motivations that drive our celestial ambitions. Space mining, once a distant dream, now emerges as a potential frontier for economic growth, a new source of rare earth elements and vital resources essential for our technological civilization. Yet, beneath the promise of prosperity lies a shadowed landscape of inequality, power struggles, and ethical dilemmas. The pursuit of extraterrestrial wealth risks echoing the colonial histories of Earth, where the extraction of resources often came at the expense of indigenous peoples and fragile ecosystems. On Earth, we have learned that resource exploitation is rarely neutral. The extraction of rare earths, critical to renewable energy technologies and electronics, has already revealed how economic interests can override environmental and social considerations. The same pattern risks repeating on celestial bodies. Who will control these new domains? Will the wealth generated from mined asteroids or lunar deposits be shared equitably, or will it deepen existing inequalities? If history is our guide, the initial ventures will be dominated by powerful nations and multinational corporations, leaving marginalized communities and developing nations on the sidelines, watching as their potential contributions and benefits are siphoned away. This dynamic raises profound ethical questions. Is it justifiable to colonize and extract from worlds that are not our own, especially when our own planet is still grappling with the consequences of resource-driven greed? The parallels with colonialism are stark. Just as European powers once carved up Africa and the Americas in search of wealth, current space ambitions risk replicating a pattern of control and dispossession. The concept of ownership in space remains murky, but the underlying drive, control over vital resources, resonates with historical precedents. Who has the moral right to claim sovereignty over extraterrestrial terrains, and at what cost to potential indigenous microecosystems or the integrity of these environments? Moreover, the technological control needed for space mining, advanced robotics, artificial intelligence, and proprietary technologies entails a concentration of power. A handful of corporations and nations could monopolize access, creating a new kind of planetary aristocracy, where wealth and influence extend beyond Earth's borders. In this context, knowledge becomes a tool of control. Possessing the technological know-how grants dominance, while others remain spectators or consumers of a resource extraction economy they cannot access. This technological divide could reinforce existing global inequalities, transforming space into a new arena of geopolitical competition rather than cooperation. Contemplating these issues compels us to consider not only what can be done, but what should be done. As the James Webb Telescope reveals atmospheres rich in sulfuric acid and toxic gases, it reminds us of the fragility and toxicity not only of distant worlds, but of our own. We are faced with a stark truth. The act of exploration is intertwined with stewardship. Ethical space exploration must include considerations of sustainability and fairness, acknowledging that the universe's resources are not infinite and that our pursuit of them must be tempered by responsibility. Yet, amid these reflections, there is a danger of falling into a narrative of inevitability. The forces of greed, control, and inequality are formidable, but so are the possibilities for collaboration, innovation, and moral awakening. The challenge is to ensure that the knowledge gained from experiments, such as Sara Seager's pioneering work on extreme atmospheres, serves as a catalyst for humility rather than hubris. We must recognize that understanding the cosmos obliges us to reflect on our role within it. Our explorations are not just scientific endeavors. They are moral acts, shaping the future of life itself. And so we ask, who shapes the future? And who is forgotten in its shadow? Will it be the powerful few who can leverage space resources for their own gain? Or the marginalized communities whose voices are drowned out by economic interests? Will the technological elites and political leaders be the architects of a sustainable, equitable future? Or will they perpetuate cycles of exploitation that echo our terrestrial past? As we stand at this crossroads, it's crucial to remember that knowledge without control can breed hubris, but control without knowledge fosters tyranny. The future of space exploration hinges on our capacity to balance these forces. We must craft policies that prioritize ethical considerations, ensuring that space remains a realm of shared humanity rather than a new frontier of division. This entails establishing international frameworks that regulate resource extraction, protect emerging ecosystems, and promote inclusivity. It requires conscious effort to prevent the replication of colonial models, where the extraction of wealth leaves behind environmental scars and social disparities. In contemplating the road ahead, we recognize that technology is both a tool of liberation and domination. The same innovations that enable us to study alien atmospheres or harvest extraterrestrial minerals can be used to reinforce existing inequalities or to forge new pathways of collective stewardship. The question is whether we will harness our knowledge ethically or succumb to the temptations of control and greed. Ultimately, the narrative of space is a mirror reflecting our deepest values and fears. Our capacity to act responsibly will determine whether the universe becomes a realm of shared discovery or in the vast expanse of the cosmos. Humanity stands at a pivotal crossroads, guided by the pioneering work of scientists like Sara Seager and the revolutionary insights from the James Webb Telescope. These advances have opened a window into worlds once thought impossible. Planets shrouded in thick atmospheres of hydrogen, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, or sulfuric acid. Yet, with this knowledge comes a profound ethical responsibility. We are no longer mere explorers of distant worlds. We are custodians of their futures, and our choices will echo through the fabric of the universe. Imagine, first, a future where ambition overrides caution. As nations and corporations race to claim extraterrestrial resources, the boundaries between discovery and exploitation blur. Colonies are established on moons with toxic atmospheres, where microorganisms struggle to survive amidst chemical storms and hostile environments. These ventures, driven by greed and a desire for economic dominance, mirror the darkest chapters of Earth's colonial past. Environmental degradation extends beyond our planet, with ecosystems, both terrestrial and alien, being sacrificed to fuel technological progress. The ethics of stewardship are abandoned, replaced by a ruthless pursuit of profit. In this scenario, the universe becomes a battleground for resources, a mirror to our worst impulses, and humanity's legacy is one of destruction rather than discovery. But envision, instead, a different future, one rooted in responsibility, compassion, and foresight. Here, the knowledge gained from Seager's experiments and Webb's observations becomes a catalyst for profound ethical reflection. Humanity recognizes that exploring alien worlds is not an entitlement, but a duty. We establish international frameworks that prioritize the preservation of extraterrestrial environments, respecting the microbial life forms that might exist in these extreme atmospheres. We harness our technological innovations not solely for extraction, but for understanding, learning from the resilience of microbes that survive in sulfuric acid clouds or CO-rich atmospheres. These lessons guide us toward sustainable practices, ensuring that our footprint on distant worlds is minimal and respectful. In this hopeful vision, the universe is seen as a shared heritage, a vast network of worlds that can inspire cooperation rather than conflict. Humanity's role shifts from conqueror to custodian, embracing a stewardship ethic that recognizes the intrinsic value of all forms of life, terrestrial and extraterrestrial alike. Our actions are guided by the awareness that the choices we make today will determine whether these worlds remain pristine laboratories of life or become scars of colonial greed. We understand that the future is not predetermined. It hinges on our collective integrity, on whether we choose to act with humility or hubris. The ethical implications are clear and profound. They challenge us to confront our tendencies toward dominance and to cultivate a spirit of humility and respect. They remind us that in the act of exploring the cosmos, we also explore our own moral boundaries. Our agency is the fulcrum upon which the future balances. We have the power to shape a universe where discovery fuels compassion, or one where exploitation fuels despair. We are the authors of this story, the architects of what the universe will remember about us. In the end, it's not just a story of stars, it's a story of us. Our capacity for wonder is matched by our capacity for responsibility. The decisions we make today, in the face of new scientific horizons, will echo through eternity. We can choose to embrace an ethic of stewardship, ensuring that our footprints on alien worlds are marks of reverence, not ruin. Or we can succumb to the temptations of greed and neglect, turning distant planets into monuments of our hubris. So, as we gaze into the depths of space, let us remember that the future is in our hands. The universe offers no guarantees, only opportunities, and with those opportunities come obligations. We can forge a path of hope, guided by wisdom and compassion, or a path of dystopia, paved with short-sightedness and greed. The choice is ours. The future of cosmic habitability depends on whether we act not just as explorers, but as ethical guardians of the universe's fragile diversity. This is our story, and it remains unwritten. Will we choose a future where life, in all its forms, continues to thrive against the odds? Or will we let our ambitions blind us to the profound responsibility we bear? The stars await our decision. Let us make it with courage, humility, and an unwavering commitment to justice, for ourselves and for the countless worlds yet to be discovered. Now, let us fall into silence, listening to the silent call of the cosmos echoing through our collective consciousness. In the depths of distant atmospheres, where hydrogen, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and sulfuric acid whisper secrets of survival, our curiosity ignites a profound responsibility. Sara Seager's pioneering experiments and the James Webb Telescope unveil worlds beyond our imagining, challenging us to see not just with eyes, but with the heart. These discoveries remind us that the universe's greatest treasures are not only in its stars and planets, but within our capacity to act with humility, compassion, and foresight. As custodians of this fragile, expansive story, our choices carve the future of life, whether to explore with greed or to embrace stewardship. Let your voice be the gentle ripple that guides our shared journey, shaping a legacy of hope rather than harm. Share your reflections, for in our collective awakening, we find the power to transform exploration into a sacred act of respect. Together, let us listen, learn, and carry the universe's silent song into the dawn of what's to come. As we peer into the cosmic mirror, the stories of distant worlds remind us that life's possibility is woven into the very fabric of the universe. Even amid atmospheres of hydrogen, CO, CO2, and sulfuric acid, Sara Seager's groundbreaking experiments and the James Webb Telescope reveal that resilience persists where we once saw only desolation, microbial life quietly enduring amidst hostile environments. This dance of adaptation echoes the ancient cycle of creation and decay, whispering that our own existence is but a fragile echo within the vast, eternal cosmos. The questions that linger are not merely about the existence of life beyond Earth, but about our role as custodians of this fragile balance. As we stand at the threshold of discovery, the universe seems to ask us, what does it mean to truly belong among the stars? And in the silent vastness, we sense that the answer was written long before we arrived, awaiting our awakening to the inevitable, our place in the endless, unfolding story of cosmic wonder.